Hi folks, Corey Walker here. I'm the creator of Speech World, and so today I want to tell you quite a few things that are new about the app now that you can access, some things that are coming, and then most importantly I want to hear from you all about what would you most like to see, because we plan to continue to do a lot of work, and this app will be a constantly evolving speech and language hub, I hope. So right now it's mostly speech, but we've just added some new language components, and as I'm about to tell you, there's a real big language component on its way. So first, I just want to talk about some of the newest things. Perhaps the most useful is adding your own decks. So you can actually go in now, and if you go into this tab right over here and then create/edit decks, and this will allow you to make any deck of your choice. So we have a lot of people sometimes saying, well, do you have a deck for just the yeah sound? We will add that, but we haven't got around to doing it. So there's a lot of decks or groups of sounds that people need that we can't necessarily accommodate for every single one. Now you can make your own, and it's actually quite easy. So head in there, and we're going to link to a video that shows you specifically how to do that. But I would like it if any of you have used this feature or do use it fairly soon, if you would give us some feedback. What could we make better about it? What would you like? One thing that we're also thinking about doing, and I would love to hear from you all, is allowing people to share decks. So say Sally from Ohio makes some decks, and somebody else thinks those decks might be useful. We're going to put those all in a place where people can access them. It could require a fair amount of work, but if you all think that would be useful, I would love to hear from you on if you think that would be something good to do. Next, you may have seen we added a Valentine's theme. This one kind of scratched two itches for me. I've been wanting to do one with monsters, but it never quite came together the way I wanted. But this time I thought, well, let's do Valentine's and also monsters. So you'll find lots of cool, interesting little monsters in this new theme. Again, if you don't know how to change themes, we will link to a video that shows you all how to do that. We will be continuously adding themes as time goes on. It's something that I personally enjoy doing. So eventually we'll have something, I think, for every little holiday and then some. Again, I would love your input, all of you, on this. Any themes that you would like to see, or things that would make it a little bit more fun for the kids. Any ways that we can tweak them. We listen to everybody, so please let us know if there any kind of theme you would like to see, or how we could improve the themes. So next, coming up in our games tab, this is where you're going to see a lot of additions to the app coming up. So as I mentioned, it's mostly speech things for now, but we're going to be adding a lot of language activities. So anybody that subscribes to the app on the website or owns the app outright, you'll just get all of these updates for free as time goes on. We're offering a sale right now. You might want to get it right now because now would be a good time. Eventually we'll probably increase the price as we add more and more things. Anyway, we quite some time ago released an app for speech therapy books, basically, and for a lot of reasons I won't get into, we ended up taking down that app, but we've had a lot of people come and ask us about the Little Jude Sky books that we used to have in there. They target figurative language, but they're also just phenomenal for building vocabulary and just story retelling. All sorts of things are great, and in my experience, and I'm hearing this from other people too, one book is like perfect for a 30-minute speech therapy session. So if you can dive in, start a book, start to finish, if you really kind of just attend to every little thing that all the figurative language and changing all the things that need to be fixed, by the time you get to the end, it could take about a therapy session. So those are really good for just planning your entire session with one book. So we're going to be adding all of those into the app eventually. So if you own it, you'll have it. And then lots of other books as time goes on, maybe not quite as involved as the Little Jude Sky books, but certainly lots of interactive story type educational books, fiction books, all sorts of things will be added on. So those are the things that are there now or are coming shortly. And then that takes me to what you all would like to see the most. It appears most of the people that are using this app are using it on the web. So I know there's a lot of web therapy that's going on right now. And so and I do some also, and I use the app also, but I would love to hear how we can make it better specifically for web therapy during these times. What could make it better and more interactive for both sides of you yourself as the therapist and on the other end. So, for example, we have a story creation activity. I've found this to be very, very useful with web therapy. We also have matching, or whack-a-mole. Now, both of these are great, but I find personally that they're a little bit better for in-person therapy and not so much for web therapy, because it requires the therapist to make a lot of the selections. And so anyway, I would love to hear what you all would find useful for activities for web therapy or just in general. What's something that it's just glaringly missing that we could make better? Please let us know. We really do listen. I had one email the other day from somebody asking for a more complicated loaded sentence feature, this one person, and I thought, you know what, that's really good. We should have that. So we're working on adding a feature that increases difficulty for practice. So yeah, drop us a note if we find that it can be useful and doable without major surgery with the apps. We will do it. So, and lastly, I just want to say thank you to any of you who've already purchased Speech World. Thank you so much. Thank you for the patience as we work through some of the kinks. Thank you for the feedback. It's truly been helpful as we've continued to improve the app. And as I said, I really want this to be kind of a one-stop shop for all your speech and language materials needs. So stay tuned. If you've had the app, watch. It's going to really grow quite a bit. Thank you so much, and be in touch. Somewhere in that ancient mystic trinity,